Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Today we're going to cover the huge update for both 3DS and Wii U versions, starting off with one of the 3 DLC characters added, newcomer from Street Fighter. Now, Ryu is probably the most complex character in Smash history, but we'll go through his whole moveset, both of his final smashes, that's right, there's 2 of them, and I'll break things down to help you get the most out of this surprise addition to the roster. And Ryu even brought his own stage along. We can now fight on Suzaku Castle from Street Fighter 2. The Omega version looks very close to how it did in those old games. It just has a lot more detail and looks amazing. Now we're gonna fight against the orange palette swap of Ryu. It's supposed to be based off of Ryo from the rival series Art of Fighting, but it really looks like Goku with that orange gi. I've seen people online just calling it Goku, so we're gonna beat up on Goku here. Now, what makes Ryu so unique? They put a ton of love and time into making him very close to his Street Fighter counterpart. All of his attacks have a variation. If you tap it, you get one move. If you hold it, you get another. And all of his specials, you can do a special input to do a better, more powerful version. So let's start. Now, his normal jab, if you just tap it, you get this quick jab and you can link it into a hook combo. And if you hold it, you get a sweet sweep of the leg, a heavy kick there to knock them back. His up tilt, this is a really good one. If you just tap his up tilt, you get the elbow, and this elbow will block projectiles. You can just kind of keep people locked with it. It's really, really good. And if you hold it down, you get an uppercut there. Now his down tilt, if you do some taps, you get a little bit of footsies. If you hold it, you get a nice sweep to trip up your opponent. And his forward tilt, tap it, you get a quick kick. And if you hold it, you get the collarbone breaker. And that will, like its name suggests, break shields. So if somebody gets a little shield happy, you can do that. Shield's a very good option in Smash 4, but also be careful if you're fighting a Ryu. There's his side smash, the Jodan Shokutogari, or the high-level leg blade kick. I'll tell you some of the meanings of these names as we go. So yeah, he's got all these variations that you can use depending on the situation. We'll do his smashes as well. So his down smash is a nice sweep. Unfortunately, it does not cover behind you, unlike most down smashes. So look out. Even though it looks like he is sweeping behind him, it definitely does not hit behind him. His up smash is a very powerful uppercut, almost the dragon fist there, but we'll get to that in a second. And of course, his side smash, probably your best option. It has a lot of range. We even broke the sign in the background. That sign, Furin Kazan, the little characters there, it's also on Ryu's belt. Here's a little Easter egg once they come back here. It means as fast as the wind, as quiet as a forest, as daring as fire, and as immovable as a mountain. It's got all the elements there. His aerials, his forward air is this sweet kick here, you can see. All these have sound effects if you listen. There we go. You can hear the Street Fighter 2 sound effects. They put so much love into this guy. His back air is a roundhouse that can knock away pretty well as well. His down air can spike if you can hit it at the right time. There we go. And his up air will link. If you hit it, it will hit 2 times. There we go. And we even KO'd from it. That up air links really well into his up B, the Shoryuken. We'll get to that in a second, though. So we've covered all his there we go. His aerials, his neutral air just kind of taps a little bit. Pretty good for combos, but you might not want to use that. I think his forward air is probably his best one, and his up air. Now his B moves. So he's got his typical moves you would expect Ryu to have. His Hadoken is his normal B. He's got his Tatsumaki Senpukyaku. I'll just call that the Tatsumaki from now on. Is his side B. He does a little spin kick there. His up B is, of course, the Shoryuken. There we go. And his down B is a focus attack from Street Fighter 4. If you hold it, it will crumble your opponent and give you time to smash them if you're quick. You gotta be very quick though with it, or else they will get right back up. So we'll go into what these all do, but I wanted to mention they all have better versions of them if you do the Street Fighter inputs. It's really cool, and it'll give you an edge if you've played Street Fighter before. So his Hadoken, you just tap it, you get this little fireball that goes pretty slow, this blue version. If you hold it, it goes slightly faster and damages a little bit more as well. It does a little bit more, like 1% more. Now, if you want to do the inputs, here they are. Now, the Hadoken, there's a few different ones. He has 3 different Hadokens. So just do down, down, forward, A, and you get a better Hadoken that launches out It goes a bit farther, I think, and larger, but it's also more powerful. So you want to use this if you have time to get your Hadoken going. Now there's also the red version. If you do back, down, down, forward, forward, you will do the Shakunetsu Hadoken, or the red hot surge fist. It's a little tough to do without accidentally doing another one. There we go. It links into itself with a bunch of hits, which is really cool. But as you can see, I'm still getting all these combos down. There we go. We got another one. So these are kind of tough to input in time, especially if you're a Smash player, not a Street Fighter player. So use them situationally. You can just kind of pop off a Hadoken when you need it with the B button, but if you have time, you can do the more complex input there to do more damage. There we go. And also do a bit more to knock them off the stage. Now, if you're in the air, kind of like Mario's cape, you do a Hadoken, it stalls you a little bit, which is kind of nice. And we'll go into his Tatsumakis now. So just tapping side plus B will do a tiny little kick. I didn't even reach him there, you can see. If you want to hold it down, just like the Hadoken, it will go farther and do more damage. So you can kind of get across the stage. This is good for Ryu's recovery as well, because he's going to have a hard time off stage if you don't use this to get back on and you just rely on your up B. If you do the input, which is down, down, back, and back, you will do a more powerful version in terms of knockback. So you can KO with that at a higher percentage. And it also goes farther and faster. So it's pretty good, but be careful. It kind of leaves you wide open if you're using that too much, because they can see you coming from a mile away, spinning around. There we go. But yeah, that's one of my favorites of his moves. So his down B, the focus attack, I mentioned that before. If you just tap it, it will do a quicker version and knock them away. But if you hold it, you get the special crumble effect, which leaves them wide open for a down smash. I think is probably the best way to do it in time, because they fall onto the ground. Now this has a lot of variations as well. While you're holding it, you have to hold down B, but if you tap to the side, either double tap left or double tap right, you will do a focus attack dash cancel, so you can kind of get out of the way if you decide you want to not do it and someone's a little close, because you see it takes a while to charge. You will absorb one hit while you're charging it though, which is very nice, so it'll allow you to still hit with it even if somebody gets you in time. But there's that powerful side smash, so much range on that. But yeah, be careful with this because it leaves you wide open. Now if you do it in the air, you can also do that dash, either forward or back. Just make sure you're holding down B. This is the only one of his specials that does not have an A button version. Like I said, most of his specials you can do just using the A button and directions, which are pretty cool that you can not even use his special attacks. That also come into play with his final smash here in a sec. So last but not least, Ryu's signature Shoryuken, or Rising Dragon Fist. If you do up B, just tap it, you'll do kind of a smaller Shoryuken, not much height to this one. If you hold it, you'll do more damage and go higher. And if you do the input in the Z pattern, forward, down, down, forward, then you'll do an even more powerful one. This one has invincibility frames at the beginning. It also has no landing lag. Like if you did a normal one, you try to shield when you land, it takes a minute there, or a few frames. But if you do the special version, if I can pull it off here, then there we go. It will it'll let you shield almost instantly, so there's no landing lag. Whoop, that was just a normal uppercut. But yeah, his specials so much more powerful and better. You can tell the Shoryuken especially, you get those invincibility frames, you go higher in the air. If you can pull these off when you're flying through the air trying to recover, you'll definitely get back onto the stage a little easier. So yeah, using your Tatsumaki and your Shoryuken to get back on is central. Ryu is not that dexterous in the air. He kind of commits to jumps, just like in the Street Fighter series, so you gotta be careful when you're recovering, especially with the Tatsumaki, which has a very linear recovery. And if you Shoryuken the wrong way, just like Mario and Luigi with their super jump punch, you're just gonna fly right off the stage. So yeah, his special attacks do more damage and do greater distance typically, and are a bit larger in their impact if you use the command. So even though they're kind of tough to use, definitely practice and get used to inputting the commands, and you will do a lot better with Ryu. So let's do his final smashes, and then we'll finish up with a match with Ryu here. So he has two final smashes, as I mentioned, and they are both pretty good. The side, or the normal one, if you're far away, you do the Shinku Hadoken, which sucks in opponents and does a few hits. It doesn't do that much damage, about 29 to 30%, so it's not that great. Probably better if you have a group. It will drag them off the stage, kind of like Mario's Fireball. It's very similar to the Fireball that Mario got for his final smash. Now, if you are up close, this is the better version, the Shin Shoryuken, or the true Rising Dragon Fist. It does 41% damage, and I'll let it speak for itself. There we go, and he's dead. He's flying back into those beautiful trees, into the sunset. So yeah, Ryu, he's pretty good. I think people that like combos are gonna really enjoy Ryu. And one last thing, there's actually negative input, which is a thing in Street Fighter where if you hold a button down and then input a move, once you let go, it will do the move as well. So you can kind of like sweep and then go into a Shoryuken. So I only push the button once to do that, and you let go when you're ready to shoot out your attack. So yeah, it's a little tough to get used to, but you can use that negative input. It almost reminds me of Guitar Hero, where you know, hammer on and pull off to do moves if you want to, you know, link them together without having to tap buttons as much. But yeah, Ryu's going to take a lot of practice for most people to do well with him, but I think he is one of the better fighters in the game now, so we'll probably see great things from him. Let's do a back throw. He's got all his throws as well, and we'll also do his taunts. Let me show you guys those throws. And here are his taunts, his up taunt.
Come on.
Pulls his little bandana and his side taunt.
Talk is cheap.
Duck is cheap, and his down taunt. It's a cool pose. Okay, let's go into an actual match. So this is the normal version of Suzaku Castle. We have both Ryu and Ken's music on here, and I'll give you guys a look at Roy before we end up using him in a feature episode here. I'm also going to cover Lucas, as well as the Mii costumes that we got. So we have a lot to cover with this update. Let's see if I can, there we go, Tatsumaki, and try to get in there for a, he's got a counter, so I gotta be careful with when I try to hit him, because he can, whoa, look out, this has a walk-off on this one. There's also some platforms over here, as you can see, that you can go on, but you gotta be careful, especially with a character without great recovery like Ryu. Here we go, and there's his little Hadoken stall that you saw there. And can we get him off the stage? Oh, tried to Shoryuken him there. Oh, gotta use my skills that I just talked about. Don't have too many of them, but gonna try to use them best I can with a character I'm not too used to. Now, one thing I forgot to mention with Ryu that is pretty cool is that you can have some alternate inputs, just like in Street Fighter as well. So if you can't quite do the Shoryuken, you can tap down forward twice and then do A, and you'll, if you do it quick enough, you get that Shoryuken there. You can also do down, down, forward, just alternate between that really quick, and it'll kind of help you get forward and crouch to do that true Shoryuken, his most powerful move there. Alright, and let's see if we can do some combos here. I want to try to get that shield breaker to show you guys the collarbone breaker, but I don't know if he'll shield in time for me to do it. Roy's got a bit more reach than I do. That did a bit of damage, even though I didn't. Oh, get him with it. And there we go. Come on, Roy, shield for me, buddy. Nope, that was the bad spot to do that. Oh, gotta time the Shoryuken pretty well, because you don't get much room for error when you have to be that close to your opponent. Alright, I want to try to get him with the shield breaker if I can. He's doing his up B. Oh, collarbone breaker, I mean. Shield breaker, same idea. Come here, buddy. If we can finish with this, that would be amazing. Oh, I love breaking a shield. If you get that, it's pretty much a guaranteed KO, or at least a good amount of damage. Gotta wait for him to get on the ground and see us coming. See if we can get it. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. We didn't break a shield, but we did knock him right off the side of the castle.
Your range is 1 fist short.
Your range is 1 fist short. Just could not beat Ryu, the World Warrior. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time for some more Smash.